Fatou Dione est née et a grandi au Sénégal. Elle est arrivée aux États-Unis à l'âge de 16 ans. En grandissant, Fatou a remarqué que la santé et la forme physique n'étaient évoquées que lorsque quelqu'un essayait de perdre du poids et non comme partie intégrante d'un mode de vie sain. La forme physique est devenue un exutoire pour Fatou lorsqu'elle traversait une période difficile de sa vie. Cela l'a aidée à puiser dans sa force mentale pour simplement traverser les jours. Un amour pour le sport s'est développé à partir de là et elle commence à chercher davantage de connaissances dans ce domaine. Elle a découvert les nombreux avantages de la forme physique et de la vie saine et équilibrée. Maintenant, elle s'efforce de motiver sa communauté africaine, en particulier les femmes occupées, les mères et les jeunes filles de toute taille et de toute forme, à intégrer la forme physique et une alimentation saine dans leur vie quotidienne. Fatou a 4 enfants, elle possède un master en économie, elle parle 5 langues et a quitté son emploi dans le monde de l'entreprise pour poursuivre sa passion à temps plein. Nous allons découvrir Fatou ensemble. Chers internautes, aujourd'hui j'ai le plaisir d'accueillir Fatou Dione. Notre émission sera en anglais, mais vous aurez l'option de la voir en français. Hello, Fatou.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very good.
Very good.
I'm happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Your makeup is flawless. I love this type of makeup on you.
Thank you.
Do you like it?
I love it. That's because you did it.
Would you like more like a glam makeup?
It depends on what I'm doing, right? So if it's like an everyday thing, I like a natural look, but I still put on foundation and powder. So I don't know if like that's considered natural.
Right.
But then I'll glam it up if like depending on if I'm like doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to play around with it.
You like to play around with it?
I love makeup.
That's
It's
good.
fun.
I like that. So what's your favorite makeup product that you like to use?
So it depends, right? Sometimes I love blush, right? Because I feel like it changes like
Everything.
the mood, everything, like the
That's
mood
true.
of my face and stuff like that. Like if I do like a pinkish, it's more of a girly look. If I do like a warm orange, it's more of like a warmy, like like I don't know, like classic look and stuff.
Right.
So it really depends. But I do love blush. I love eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about
You love everything about makeup.
Yeah.
So
The only thing I'm really, really boring about when it comes to makeup is lipstick. I literally feel like I do the same thing. It's always a nude.
always a nude.
Always a nude.
Okay.
Every time I do a red, I'm like, yeah, I love the red, but let me go back to the nude.
Do you know that I was like that before? Like I used to think like that. I used to think that no color at all fits me, right? Just nude.
Yeah.
But since I tried it, I think you just have to try it.
I think I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it.
And you know, like red is a color that whenever you put it on, you know, you have to have the attitude that
The
goes with
sass.
it. You know,
The-
yeah, the sass.
the
You know what I'm
sass,
saying?
yes.
So I think it's
think I'll
it's
do
just
it.
in your head.
Yeah.
But once you get, you know,
Yeah.
used to it,
I'll try
That's
it.
it.
I'll try it. And
Yeah.
today you have like a little bit of orangey stuff going
yes.
on.
I
I've
have
never tried this, but I
lip
will
gloss.
because
Really?
Yeah.
I will never try this before too. But
Yeah.
but girl,
I'll try it.
yes, you should get in the
I'll try
wagon.
it. Thanks for the tip. Yeah.
So, do you have a skincare routine after you have your makeup?
Yes,
Right.
I
Whenever
do.
you go home,
Mhm.
what do you do?
Well, so first off, it starts off like right before I go to the gym, just because I'm going in there and I'm sweating a lot, so I have to make sure that I protect my skin, right? So
Right.
it starts with a cleanse my face, and then I'll do a toner, and then I'll do sunscreen, right? Go to
Which
the
is
gym.
very important.
Right.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, I didn't know that for years, but now
And
I
I always make sure that I mention that sunscreen is
Yeah.
good for everyone.
Please
you know,
do
for
for
everybody.
us
Please
black
do
and
for
brown
us
skin
black and
girls.
brown skin girl.
Yes.
We still need it because
we
you know,
do.
like the sun does not
It
discriminate.
does not. It does
Yes.
not. Yeah.
Very good.
It's very true. But yeah, so I'll do sunscreen, I'll go to the gym, and then when I come back, I'll cleanse a lot, like more thoroughly because I've sweated. And then I'll do a toner, and then I'll do like my serum, and then I'll do a face cream. And then I'll put on my makeup. But I'll make sure I put on like a very light layer of like face cream because I have oily skin.
Right.
Right? And then I'll put on my makeup. Then after that, when I get home in the evening, I'll take off my makeup. Like I'll do like a facial wipe, like a makeup remover first. Then I'll do a face cleanser. And then I'll do a toner again. And then I'll do my serum. And then I'll do my night cream.
Okay.
And then eye cream. I only do eye cream at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do the whole steps.
I do the whole steps mostly at night, right?
Okay.
So during the day, I will do a few steps, but I always make sure that I like take care of my skin. It's
Yes.
super important. Otherwise, like with the sweat and everything, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially here, in Senegal with the dust, the weather, like you absolutely have to take care of your skin.
Exactly. So many toxins. It's like, there's a lot more gasoline used here as opposed to other countries. So the air is a lot more polluted.
Yes.
I have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now that we spoke about beauty, we're going to speak about you, more about you. So can you tell us a little bit about Fatou Dione? Who is Fatou Dione?
It's a loaded question, right? So I'm a mom of 4. I moved here 2 years ago in 2021 and just pursue my passion for fitness and my passion for just helping people transform their lives by transforming the way they think and the way they feel when it comes to their bodies. Fitness is not everything that I do, even though that's what people know me about and know me for.
Right.
I don't want them to think that it has to consume your whole life. It is my job. That's the reason why I'm so prevalent in just working out all the time. But I love hanging out with my kids. I love taking care of my businesses, and I love just being back home after so long being away.
So in your bio, you've mentioned that you started your fitness journey as a result of a issue, right?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing a little bit about that?
No, I don't mind at all. I was going through marital problems. I was going through a divorce, and it was really, really tough for me mentally. It was really tough for me emotionally. And I needed an outlet, and fitness became it for me. So it was literally fitness, family, and faith. If it wasn't for those things, I don't know how I would get through what I did when I did it. So what started out as just an outlet became a passion.
So how did that love lead you to seek more knowledge in that field?
So as I became more passionate about working out, I had a lot more questions. And the thing is, when it comes to the internet and like our community, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of people who tell you do this and don't do that, especially when it comes to women working out. So like, for example, women shouldn't lift because you're going to look like a man. Women of childbearing age, before you have kids, you shouldn't do certain workouts because otherwise it's going to affect your fertility. And there's a lot of misconceptions in our community. So I'm a naturally curious person. So I wanted to find out what it was about. And then as I became more and more in love with fitness, I wanted to know more. I wanted to find out if I wanted to do it as a career, and got my certification at the NASM, which is the National Association of Sports Medicine in the US. And because of all the misconceptions that I kept like debunking, like it was so many things that I've found out that literally just had no basis, and I wanted to give more to my community. Especially, there was no one on social media that promoted working out for women. There was no one with kids that promoted just well-being
in Senegal.
In Senegal.
Okay, so you're talking about Senegal.
Yes, I'm talking about Senegal.
But did you start your journey in the U.S.?
I started my journey in the U.S. So I started posting a little bit here and there about my workouts. And even prior to posting, there was a lot of people that were around my circle that kept asking me, how do you look so good? You have 3 kids at that time. You have 3 kids and you look this good. What's going on? What do you do and stuff? And I'm like, I just work out and I eat well. Working out changed me. It didn't just change my body, but it changed my mind, and it changed a lot for me. So I wanted to spread that out because I found out that there was a lot of need for people to understand that it's okay. It's accessible. It's not just because I'm doing it that I'm like extraordinary. Women are extraordinary, women especially are extraordinary in our own rights because we bear kids. There's nothing harder on the body and on the mind than having children. So I feel like if you can do that, you can do anything. And I didn't want anyone in my community, especially in the Senegalese community, African community, to feel as though because they have kids, they don't have access to look a certain way or feel a certain way. So that's why I started off my page when I moved to Atlanta for a job. So I was working at a corporate job.
You were working at a corporate job?
I was working at a corporate job, and then I had opened my page.
Okay.
In end of 2019, around. in 2019 is when I opened my page. Like I started, I called it Fit Plateau because I wanted to teach people about working out, about eating right, about working out as a mom and balancing working full time and working out. So that started and it literally took off. Like I started my page at like 1,600 followers.
Yeah, because now you have 109,000 followers.
119, yeah.
19.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
It's crazy. Like I can't even believe it because I just wanted to help a couple people,
And you only started in 2019.
2019.
So it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah.
Did you quit your job eventually?
I did.
And then you decided to move to Senegal.
Yeah.
Why Senegal?
So I had a corona baby, right? In 2020, I delivered my fourth child, Dada.
Okay.
So he was born in 2021.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
That body snap?
You know. But yeah, so in 2021 he was born, and I went on maternity leave. So I decided to come here for my maternity leave, right? So I was here with all my kids, and my mom had died a few years years prior to that, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And that did change a lot for me mentally because it changed a lot for me when it came to where is home and what to do when it comes to home.
So she was here?
She was here in the
and
US.
She passed away when you were here?
She passed away when I was still living in the US.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't get to see her when I came.
Oh,
it was too late.
Sad.
I saw her, but I saw her like sick. You know what I mean? So she never recognized me or anything like that. And it did do a lot to me mentally because I felt as though I was kind of wasting my time, when it comes to family is what I mean. You do make a lot of difference when it comes to the financial aspect, but what about the people? What about the human interactions?
That's important, yeah.
Exactly, super important. So I decided after I came here from maternity leave that I'm going to stay because I wanted to be closer to my dad, because he's the other parent that I have here, so and I felt like I didn't spend enough time with him, and I didn't want what happened with my mother to happen with him.
Right.
I didn't want to feel as though there was so much time wasted.
Right.
So a few months, after my maternity leave ended, I decided to leave my corporate job and stay here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna stay. My dad he wasn't well at the time, and I just didn't want to have any regrets because when it comes to what matters, it's not what you make. It's not the job you have.
Right.
It's family and it's a human experience. So I decided to stay.
So did you know at that time what you're going to do? Like, were you, okay, now that I quit my job, I'm here with my 4 kids, right? Yeah. What the hell am I going to do?
I know. I mean, I knew I wanted to work in the fitness industry, right? I had already started selling my waist trainers and selling my workout outfits. So I was already selling fitness gear. I already had something else that was working while I had the job, right? So I still wanted to do both because I've always been a hustler, like no one does just one job.
Right.
I never did just one job, right? So I always had my corporate job and I still had some sales that were going on here. But I decided to quit my job, which was a very good job, and just do that alone.
So you took a leap of faith.
I took a leap of faith. I trusted in myself and I did it. So when I moved here, I knew that eventually I wanted to open my own fitness studio. So when I quit, it was with that vision in mind. It was with knowing that, okay, I'm going to still do my sales, still sell my waist trainers and all my fitness gear, but I wanted to open a fitness studio eventually here.
Fatou, what is the importance of working out? And what services do you offer?
Working out is, for me, fitness is not just about going to the gym and working out. It's more of a lifestyle. It's more of a well-rounded thing that you do, that you practice on a daily basis. So it includes what you do from when you wake up physically, what you do physically from when you wake up to when you lay down, as well as also what you ingest in your body.
Right.
Fitness is everything. You can't do anything with a sick body. You cannot do anything with a body that aches all the time. And it is scientifically proven that if we do not work out later on in the years,
it's going to show.
It's going to show.
Yeah.
It's going to have its effects.
Right.
The funny thing about talking about working out is everyone agrees that they should work out. It's just about the time and about accessibility. And that's where I want to come in. I want to make sure that people understand that it is accessible. You don't have to spend hours on end at the gym. You can do your 30 minutes if that's what you have. You can do your 45 minutes at home if that's what you have.
Right.
And your 1 hour. What matters the most is what you do all around. Make sure we don't have a sedentary lifestyle where we sit down all day. And if that's what you do as a job, where you sit in front of a computer, make sure that afterwards you get up and you move your body.
So what are the services that you offer?
So currently, right now, what we do have is the fitness gear that that Fit Fatou does sell. But I am opening a fitness studio where I will be able to be training people one-on-one.
Oh, congratulations.
Super excited.
I'm excited too.
Baby. It's literally the only thing that I eat, sleep, and breathe.
Right.
It's going to be in Liberté 6 Extension.
Inshallah.
And I can't wait to open the doors in the next couple months.
Inshallah. Well, we can wait too.
Yeah, so much.
So, fitness and nutrition. Does it go hand in hand?
It does. It goes. They can't be one without the other.
Right.
And the most important thing that you can care for is what you put into your body. It's super important. You cannot work out for like an hour and a half and then afterwards go out and have like
have a burger,
a little pizza, or like, you know what I mean? Like just go to the DB spot at night and then just go and stuff yourself and be.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there because so many people do that.
Exactly.
At nighttime.
Exactly.
They eat DB,
yeah,
and then right after that,
they go to sleep.
A can of soda.
Before they go to sleep. They go to sleep.
Yes.
It's so funny. It's so crazy what that does
to
when
your body.
It accumulates into your body. And that's the thing that I want to make sure that I bring at the studio is the education.
Right.
There's a lot of people who don't understand what it is that they need to do. It's not complicated, but it does have to follow a certain structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't eat certain things at certain times, but it doesn't mean you cannot eat them. A lot of people here, when they go on a diet, they literally just eat salads. Or like they'll drink a tea and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm on a diet. You need to make sure that you couple working out with eating a well-balanced diet. That's not going to, when it comes to women, that's not going to make you lose your curves. I still want to look good. I want to lose weight and still look good.
Right.
So that's what we're going to bring to you is the education.
What would you consider as being a healthy diet? And does everybody have to eat the same? Or is it like case by case?
I literally still eat chebujan. I still eat everything. I mean, even when we're talking about dibi, I still eat dibi. I just don't eat them right before I go to sleep.
But you just eat in portion?
Okay. Exactly. And I have an 80-20 nutrition balance. So
what is that?
I eat healthy 20% or 80% of the time. I eat healthy 80% of the time. And then 20% of the time, I allow myself to have treats. So I'll still have ice cream with my kids. I'll still eat whatever I do want, but in moderation, right? Because no one wants to have a life where they don't enjoy the small things that they want, that they do like. Certain people have sweet tooth. Exactly. I don't have a sweet tooth, but I do like salty, savory things, from time to time. So I do allow myself to enjoy food in order to enjoy life and still live a healthy life.
Yes, I think the key word that you've mentioned is in moderation.
In moderation.
Everything you do, it has to be in moderation.
Everything you do is in moderation. And it's in anything. Emotions.
It's in anything.
Anything.
Exactly.
You can't be in one extreme or the next.
So how do you balance being a mother of 4 while pursuing your passion and maintaining a healthy lifestyle?
I think it's literally organization and time management. It's the oldest trick, but it's like the thing that helps you the most. You have to stay organized. I have a routine from morning to night. It doesn't mean my life is boring or anything. It's just I'm structured. And I need to be structured. I mean, I have 4 children. I'm not going to be able to just get up and go and run around whenever I want to.
Right.
So I have a good team. I have a lot of, really good people around me who do help me. But I do make sure that I stay organized when it comes to time with my kids, when it comes to time to do my job, and when it also comes to time to pursue my passion.
And I think it's easier
in Senegal, I will say.
Yes.
Because you have help.
I would say.
It's
Definitely.
a lot harder.
It's a lot harder when
in
I
the
was
States.
in the US for sure.
Exactly.
Because you cannot have childcare every day. You cannot have a maid. You cannot have people unless you're a million.
And you get kind of lazy.
Exactly.
Once
you really
get to used to this life, like you
really
get kind of
do.
lazy.
It really does. Like I literally
you don't want to go back to
don't
that.
have to worry about cooking tonight when I go home, which is a daily thing when you go to in the US. You're like, what am I going to eat today?
You get spoiled.
Exactly. You really do. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
As a fitness passionate, what are some of the tips that you would like to share with us? Us busy women that want to work out, but we are so lazy. What tips do you have for us so that we can get up and move?
I think the most important thing is that I relate. So I don't wake up every day and I want to jump and I want to work out and I want to go and rule the world and whatever it is that people think that I do on my page, right? I'm not motivated every single day, but I do have discipline. And the reason why I have this discipline is because I understand my why. I understand the reason why I work out. I want to grow up. I want to grow old with my kids. I want to grow with them to experience everything that life has to offer. And I can't do that when I have aches and pains. I can't do that when I'm waking up and I feel lethargic and I feel like I don't want to get out of bed. And all those things are things that are caused by non-movement. When you have a lack of movement, your muscles, your entire body gets used to not moving. So it loses a lot of its elasticity, your mobility losses. It leads to a lot of ailments, a lot of chronic diseases.
Even your skin.
Your skin.
Yeah,
literally
about it.
Everything is related to making sure you take care of yourself, So make things like hydration.
Hydration is very important. Super important.
Super important. Things like making sure you drink water. And a lot of people, especially here in our African community in Senegal, what I've lived, is people don't know how much water they should drink. Like, they feel like 1 liter of water is too much to drink every day. I have a big gallon that's like 3 liters, and people just look at me like I'm crazy.
So do you have to drink 3 liters a day?
You have to drink 2.7 liters when you're a woman. And 3.7 when you're a man. Every single day.
Wow.
Literally.
I'm learning something today.
And people literally feel like 1 liter is enough, or 1 cup. Oh, I had 1 cup of water.
That's what I used to do.
No, it's not
just
enough.
1 liter.
You need to drink water, and water is so important, not just for your skin. It's important for your metabolism, which is your bowel movements. Making sure it helps with that flat belly. It helps with releasing toxins out of your body. Sometimes you could be going upstairs and you're lightheaded, literally because you didn't drink water. You didn't hydrate yourself better. You know what I mean? Like, your muscle protein synthesis, like literally just everything. Water is essential. Over 60% of our bodies is made out of water.
Right.
So you have to give your body what it needs.
Yeah, that's true. So do you work out every day? I
work out 5 days a week. On average, right? I don't work out on weekends because weekends are for enjoyment. It's for my kids. It's for myself. It's for whatever it is that I want to do that is fun. But I do work out 5 days a week. I work out 5 days a week. I work out for an hour 5 days a week.
Oh, so for an hour.
Exactly.
That's not bad, actually.
It's not at all. It's literally 5 hours out of 100 and I don't know how many hours in that week. So I have a lot of time for a lot of other things. I'm very busy, but not busy at the gym every day. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about now that you are here in Senegal, how do you keep yourself busy? So do you have clients and do you go to their house to train them? How do you keep yourself busy?
Yeah, so right now I'm not doing any at-home sessions yet. And that's because I'm busy working on the studio. Right?
Okay.
I'm working on opening the studio, so every single day that is where I go. So parallel to that, I do have my sales. I do have the marketing for the brand that I do. And that's what I do on a daily basis, as well as being a mom of 4.
Right. So how is the sale going on?
It's good. It's going well. We only sell on WhatsApp for now. It's an online thing. We don't have a boutique yet, but it's been doing really well because we have a lot of people who love our products who basically do all the advertising for us. So you can sell one waist trainer to Rima, and she'll call 5 of her friends and they'll all make orders, and then that's basically how we grow every day.
Talking about waist trainers, I've been wearing them since I had a flat belly, right? I didn't even have a big belly.
Right.
I've been wearing them since early, because I'm old, early
You're not.
2000, early 2000s. So I'll say 2003.
Right.
That's when I started to wear.
It's a long time. It's 20
That's a long
years.
time. That's
20
more,
years.
that's more than 20 years.
20
Yeah, that's 20 years, right?
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
That's when I started to wear. And
Okay.
it wasn't because I wanted a flat belly, because I already had a flat belly. But at that time, I just wanted that glass
hourglass.
Yeah, like the hourglass
Yeah,
shape,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And how often can you wear a waist trainer? Can you wear it while you are working? Or can you wear it while you work out only? Can
I
you
love
just
that question.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking me that, because I get it all the time. I mean, so there's a lot of false advertisement online. Unfortunately, when it comes to waist trainers,
Right.
trainers alone, if you do nothing, are not going to do anything for you. If you don't make an effort, like if you work out and you wear your waist trainers, it's going to help that part sweat more. And because it's helping you sweat more, scientifically, it's going to help you have a little bit of a slimmer shape in that specific
because of the
area.
fat that you're losing, right?
Right, because of the fact that you're losing a little bit more in that area, because obviously we know you cannot spot reduce fat. You either lose fat all over your body or you don't. But you're not going to lose fat in just literally your arms. You're still going to lose a little bit in other places as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so you cannot spot reduce fat.
Okay.
Right. So wearing
That's
a waist
good to know.
wearing a waist trainer does help you, right? Because it's going to help you sweat in your stomach area a little bit more than you are sweating in other areas. And because of that, you do have that appearance of a smaller waist. Unfortunately, in our community, people just wear them and do nothing. Like you can wear them and sit in front of
like
the
just to have a
computer.
flat belly,
Right.
Or just to look good on a
Right.
dress.
You can do that if that's your goal. If you want to do it for the aesthetic look, if you want to do it for that slimming, snatched look, you can definitely do that.
Right.
But it's not going to make a difference on a long term, is what I'm trying to say. And it's a lot of what I tell people who come to me a lot of times, because they want to literally wear the waist trainer to lose their stomach. If you want to lose your stomach, you're going to have to couple wearing your waist trainer with working out and eating well. And I don't do any false advertisement. I tell you, do not buy my waist trainer if you think my waist trainer is going to work for you.
So they work?
They work if you work.
They work if you
You
work.
have to work. If
Okay.
you don't do any work.
How are you doing here in Senegal as opposed to the US?
Senegal is home, right? So home is always going to have that special place in your heart. But it's a lot more difficult when it comes to the life here than when it was in the US. It's a lot less simple in Senegal than it was there. When it comes to family, when it comes to personally, and a lot of things here are a lot more difficult than it were when you were in the US.
Right.
So it did take a lot of adjustments. There's a lot of opinions from people who don't really know much about your field or about what it is that you should be talking about or you should be doing. Because first of all, people thought I was crazy for moving here and
Same
leaving
here.
my corporate job, right?
Same here.
They're like, how could you leave
Yeah,
such a
it's-
cushy
it's-
job?
it's
You had
always
a
like
good
that.
life, a home, cars, blah, 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 things like that. But, there's no place like home.
Exactly.
I wanted to make a difference in where I'm from, in where it is that is called home. Because even when I'm in the U.S., I'm literally asked every day, where are you from? Where are you from? Where's your home? This is where I'm from.
Yeah.
When I'm here, I know that I'm back home and I'm with my people and I'm making a difference in my literally direct sister. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why.
Yes.
But things, it does also become very difficult when it comes to the work aspect of it, because people don't have the same work habits as we would, like, let's say in the US, right? So for example, there's a lot of, I have a headache, like, with the construction.
It's raining. I'm not coming because it's raining.
I can't, it's wet outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of water. So there's a lot of things that take a lot of adjustment.
Exactly.
And I'm a very direct person. So, I used to have a lot of questions like, why is it because of the rain you can't come? Like, you're not sugar. You're not going to melt.
Yeah.
You literally have to.
Yeah.
I used to have to show up to work. Like, I don't know that I can't show up because some little thing happened. Like, I had a headache yesterday and I can't work You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot more difficult when it comes to that aspect,
Right.
you know, and like the people, the workers and stuff like that, like they don't really do things the way you want. Like you literally have to be on
You
them
have to be.
all the time.
You have to babysit them.
You have to babysit
tell
them
yeah.
on a literally 24-hour basis. Like this is why I was telling you, every single day I have to go to the studio and check out and make sure people are doing the work the way they should be doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
So the mentalities are not the same, definitely. And when you come here, like you said, you just have to adjust to the people, adjust to the culture, adjust to everything, you know, because same with you. When I decided to come, my parents were like, are you crazy? You know, you're about to leave your life, your job, you know, and come here, you know, but there's no place like home, you know, like Senegal is still home. At the end of the day, no matter how it looks, no matter how it is, you know, no matter how people are, it's still home.
Still home.
You know, if we die tomorrow, we will be
we'll be at home.
You know, like we'll be buried here, right?
People, exactly.
Yeah. So sooner or later, we will still come here.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of adjustment.
It takes a lot of adjustment. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
You know,
you get misunderstood a lot.
Oh yeah.
Right. Especially like when you come from the States, you know, like you are structured, organized. You know, you want things to be done a certain way.
Write on your journal.
You want things to be done.
Who does that?
You know, like on time and all that. But here,
exactly. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, it's just how it is. I'm just hoping and wishing that the mentalities will change.
Me too.
One day. I don't know when it's gonna be, but yeah. So that's the challenge.
Yeah, I think that's the big challenge. Time we'll be able to, you know, try to instill certain values in their minds, because all we want is the advancement of where
exactly. It was a pleasure having you here, Fatou. Unfortunately, we have to end the show. I didn't want it to end because it was so interesting. I was so in it
so much.
Right. So what's your last word?
I want to inspire. I want to start with women, right? Because they tell you that when you teach a man, they will do. But when you teach a woman, she will not only do, she will teach the whole village.
I like that.
And that's the reason why I want to inspire my fellow women, my fellow African, my fellow Senegalese women, to take care of ourselves. You cannot take care of someone if you're not okay. And there's a lot of us who just give and give and give without making sure we take time for ourselves. And the most unselfish thing you can do is take care of yourself. Because if I'm happy, my children are happy. If I'm happy, my family's happy. If I'm happy, everyone I'm around is happy. And you cannot be happy with a sick body. I want to inspire the people, our community, to make sure they get up and move. You do not have to go to the gym. You do not have to grab a barbell and squat like I do. But you do have to move your body. You can go outside, take a walk. You can go outside, play soccer with your children. As a woman, you can go to the gym, or you can go to the beach if you want to just take a walk. But I do just want to urge our people to take care of ourselves when it comes to the mental, when it comes to our body, and when it comes to our nutrition.
Thank you for these advices.
Thank you.
So ladies, you need to take care of yourself.
Girl, you do.
Very, very
Girl,
important.
get up.
Right, girl, get up and move. It was a pleasure having you here, Fatou.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad to have this discussion, you know, and this conversation with you. It was much needed. And I'm hoping and praying that all your dreams come true, and I'll be the first one to be at your gym.
Yes,
right?
you will.
So
I'll
just
drag
make sure
you
that
there.
once you have it, we will be there, right?
We will.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Fatou. It
much.
was a
It was
pleasure.
really-
Thank
it
you.
was-
Chers internautes, merci de nous avoir suivis. J'espère que vous avez apprécié notre émission dédiée à la beauté et à la mode. Et j'ai eu le plaisir aujourd'hui d'accueillir Fatou Dione, propriétaire de la marque Fit Fatou. Restez à l'écoute pour d'autres émissions beaucoup plus passionnantes. Sur ce, je vous dis de passer une très belle journée ou soirée, remplie de confiance en vous-même et de bien-être. À bientôt. Bye.